picture, so I'm a bit shocked anyway.
Right.
Um,
And so the
but what we're basically saying is that it's this a kind of it's people from Colombia in Sweden that
possibly,
or
I mean, I'm just saying that there is the presence of people of Colombian background in Göteborg who would be well positioned to distribute this stuff.
Yeah. Is it just something that have just started, or
Yes.
is it something that have?
Yes, this is the first wave right now.
All right. Yeah. This is kind of I've one more. I don't know if that you have to have a role for that, but is this something that we are aware of, but maybe not the police?
That's a very good question. You do have some. The cosmonaut does have some informal connections with police. But
so there has been nothing in the media, basically.
Right.
So
correct.
there's no.
This is not. There is there has been nothing in the media as of yet.
But it's so new, so it might not be, might be on the like radar of some policemen.
Yes,
but
that seems very likely. Yes. So I want to move to one more aspect of this. The detective work can be very, very powerful, and there's still one more detail that your conversation has popped up. Remember, I'm just using Ulf's behavior of poking his own phone out of curiosity, and therefore assuming that both of you were doing it in that place, right? It only makes sense. And in your interesting image search, something catches your eye instantly for the cosmonaut.
All right. On my phone.
That area is the native region of those parts of Venezuela and Colombia. Is the native region of the famous golden arrow tree frog.
And you said
as soon as you see, I mean, you're doing an image search. Maybe you're doing an image search, and it's just like all these frogs pop up because they will. If you do an image search on that region, you will get the golden arrow tree frog popping up. And it is just whoa, what the hell is that?
And the old golden arrow tree frog
See what I mean?
Basically, it's very poisonous, right?
Very, very poisonous. Yes. And so I kind of like the idea of the Habsmann's reaction when that picture comes up.
Yeah.
Because quite likely it's like, okay, Ulrika's off on her fucking Bigfoot discussion again.
Yep.
But if someone has seen a tree frog is like this big, so
all I can say is if you're looking for something aquatic and with googly eyes and bright golden and kind of disturbing looking,
this would
be a good candidate. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But a giant, all right. That's interesting. I immediately, I think I have some kind of like a bit of health anxiety. So I kind of open up a new window and just see if there is an antidote for the tree frog. How do you cure poisoning from?
I'm sure that I'm sure Ulf will help us with that one right now. He's Ulf is buried in Wikipedia this entire session. So. Let us go and ask what kind of activity or operation do you think your characters would do after this conversation? Let's turn the page to a completely different panel where the two of them are in action.
Yeah.
I think what I would end the conversation with, do you want to kind of join me when or do I do it? So I'm just.
Ola, I am effectively saying that's exactly what's going on. We can just cut immediately to the both of you doing this.
Yeah.
But I just want to state that this was basically the first time that I suggested it.
Oh, okay. You guys have worked together before, but this is the first time the cosmonaut has said it. Okay.
That was more of a coincidence. We bumped into each other, but this is more like.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Why not?
The cosmonaut is actually pretty aware of issues like trafficking and missing persons. And since as a teacher at his school, he is, for such an alienated person, he's surprisingly good with the students and their issues. In fact, he's able to understand what it feels like to be an outsider, right? And so so given all of that, he knows a lot about the back streets and back waters. And let us not forget the beautiful lake, which is actually Bergshun, the Hun. It's quite possible for the two of you to do a rather unusual but effective criminal investigation of that area, if you want to. If you're thinking about the bulk transport of things, if you're thinking about the way that the cocaine would have to be processed, if you're thinking about the people who have been involved in this kind of commerce before, if you're looking for any kind of the sector, the Colombian aspect of it and things like that, you guys know that although there's a wide range, it is not unknown for racketeering and smuggling groups in an area, like in a foreign area, to have connections with right-wing groups in the home country. This is actually very common. So that kind of thing is very clear for you to investigate. So it seems to me that where would we be? I have a couple of guesses, but tell me where your characters are as they see.
My first choice, because I know there's a lot. It's actually Hammarkullen, because Hammarkullen is a really big community from Latin America. They have this Hammarkullen Carnival and stuff like that, and it's one of these.
I read about that. Okay. Yeah, so that sounds good.
Hammarkullen is on a hill. There's absolutely no water, and there's. I mean, is it? Are you comfortable being away from water, or are you?
Not if it gets too far. Right. I can deal with it for a while, but it's not super far to the river, right?
No. Especially remember we talk about the connection with the ocean. You would be perfectly happy just to go jump in Bergshun, for example. That would be fine.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of lakes around.
Yeah, but if the distance gets too long, or if it's for a prolonged period of time, then it's going to get complicated.
Yeah, without that, he starts taking damage. It takes about a day, though. So it's not.
But on a more mental and social level, I can say that no, I don't feel particularly comfortable not seeing water around me because I enjoy it.
Right.
Of all places, I mean, we could have gone to Lövgärdet. That's
don't mind me. Now we just follow the leads where they lead us.
Right, exactly.
I'll figure it out.
So, that's a very bad detective work. Going first to places where there's water, then trying to find.
That's right. Yeah, I will look for my keys in this light.
Yeah, exactly.
And the tram station there is like in Stockholm. It's the only tram station that I know of in Goteborg that is actually below ground, and you have to take an elevator to go up to Hammarkullen.
Yeah.
Especially in that way. And I guess we are going there as like in not in the suit.
No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
No.
As you say, the suit is there when you need it. and that's all you have to worry about. It's okay.
Yeah. So and I think we might look as a really odd couple. I don't think if you see me, I have this like what you would imagine a teacher being clothed. A teacher like really.
Actually, I think the two of you are just really boring. You are a teacher, and he is a sort of more ordinary working class looking guy. And he doesn't look very urban. He looks like he's from the islands, but that's not really that different. And so it's you may not look like you are best buddies, but this is Sweden. People sit together. Who knows? You're cousins. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
It's not an issue, I think.
Yeah.
But
I don't feel we're not that odd. But if someone studied us, they would think, I wonder what they have in common.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they
right. That works for me completely. I'm a little bit curious. Does just to get an image, does Carl have a beard or not?
I don't think he has a beard.
Okay.
Not now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he kind of for this specific meeting he shaved.
Oh, I see. Okay.
To be So because it's an important social.
Right.
I don't get very much of that.
Right. True. Okay. So he cleaned up a little bit to go and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I'd like to clarify is that as you interact, perhaps a little bit with people, or are you going to work from the parents at all? What's your angle on this? Will it be the parents? Will it be looking for possible places where cocaine might be stored and processed? Will it be which ends do you want to investigate on this thing?
I have a pretty. It will probably not. Hammarkullen is too far away. I probably don't have any students there, and I don't have those. There might be people like relatives of old students, things like that. Because it's not the same. It's the same area, but it's
right. It's I know it's in the region. Ulf, I am getting the idea that you guys are focusing more on the substance.
Yeah,
more on the
seems like it.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I mean, you are the detective here, so I'm just tagging along as muscle, I think.
Right. Well,
so I'm taking a back seat, and you let me know when you need me.
Okay. So the final
allowed.
Yeah.
What I basically think is using Havsmannen as a kind of potential buyer for these things, and ja, du får flingor, men det finns ingen mjölk till det.
You mean as a sort of ruse to try to see if we can score? Yeah.
All I'm trying to do is to just get a mental image of what you're doing. That's all.
Yeah.
So that's definitely possible. Here's where let's check the time a little bit. We are getting a little bit to your limit, correct?
We are getting close.
We better not go further for now. So right now we're going to pick up. I'm prepared for the next event, but we're going to pick up when we play again. Right now we've just got a little bit of feel for the characters and their lives. And and I'm actually a little bit excited, and I'm disappointed that I cannot use. I am ready.
All these dice.
Yes, I know. And our sheets are ready, but we will continue next week, I think.
Yeah, sounds good.